Hello, adventurer. It's good to see you. You have made it to the morning grind.
Welcome, welcome.
It's the live stream at the beginning of the Geekverse, where we talk about all types of topics in geekdom, gaming, and fantasy, with an emphasis on being constructive and creating the things that we want to exist in the world.
It's all on the grind, Sizemore. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
That's exactly right. There are a lot of adventures to be had today. Dungeons to explore and monsters to slay, and who knows what a random encounter might send our way. That's why we have to prepare, so settle in now for the morning grind with your favorite beverage in hand.
Tea? Or maybe something a little stronger. I've got a few bottles of the old Wynyard left.
Whatever you want. Pull up a chair.
Dude.
If you're feeling fancy, how about a cappuccino? Or a frappuccino? Or how about an espresso?
Just tea, thank you.
Sounds good to me, Gandalf. Whatever you want. I'm just glad you're here.
Everyone is welcome. You can just watch if you want. You don't have to worship anything you don't want to worship.
Thank you, Mike. But be forewarned.
Sometimes we get really strange characters around here.
Wait, what's that you say? Why can't you come and be a part of the stream?
My wife would disown me.
Oh no, I bet she'll be fine with it. Come on in.
Am I scared for my safety? No.
What are we supposed to do?
Everybody do the secret handshake.
Secret cultist handshake.
Oh, now do wizards who love each other.
This, my friend, is a science.
I still don't have gifts, but it's fine.
It's all on the grind, son. Can't be too fine, can't be too coarse.
Dude, this would be a sick place to bring the band.
Indeed it would be, Dave. It really would. I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome, glad to have you here. Oh, look, here's someone new.
Is this the cultist meetup?
Yes it is.
Come to hang out? Please accept me. I have nothing else.
Okay, we accept you. Everyone's welcome here.
Brought some snacks.
Well, that makes things even better.
You want some coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
You sure? It's cultist coffee.
What makes it cultist coffee?
I'm a cultist and I'm drinking it.
Oh. Then I'll have some.
What exactly is going on here?
I'm seeing more people coming in. Welcome. It's so great to have you. Oh, and look, here comes another stranger.
Can we help you?
Yes, fellow cultists. I could really use some food.
Oh yeah? Welcome. We have donuts.
Oh, it's me. I'm glad I'm here. I'm sure you have a few questions for me, though.
What's your name? Who do you work for? What god do you worship?
Great questions, Rob.
I'm Steve King, and I worship Nyarlathotep.
No, not really. I'm just Heath, and I won't be worshiping anything this morning. But I will be your host. Welcome to the office. We're going to have a great time. I've got my coffee ready, because now it's time for the morning grind.
If you could become a fish, that would be amazing. Then I could command you with my mental fish powers.
Well, hey, everybody. Oh, my God, look at that. What is going on with that? Oh, well, I am still broadcasting from the potato today. I had my phone working, and then it stopped working. It's like, okay, good, it's charged and whatever. And then this morning, it is dead again. So maybe there is some other... What was that just came up on the screen? Okay, so obviously it's some kind of overlay. Okay, so I could put like information up there or something like that. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I was like, what are these lines? Like the potato is not like falling out. But let's see. I might have a live stream this afternoon. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like that. Let me just see if he's written me back. To go on a podcast about the occult, and want to talk about stories and storytelling with occult themes. And I might be shooting that this afternoon. I'm not sure. So I will have to let everyone know through Discord. I didn't get to send out a Kickstarter update about this stream because I'm going to send out an update about tonight's stream. I'm not sure if Doug's going to be able to make it or not, but Brianna and I are going to be talking about the Cultists tonight at 7 o'clock. The themes and the storytelling elements of season 2. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. Central tonight. I'm not sure if Doug is going to be able to make it or not. He has been swarmed with work, and I reached out to be sure that he was okay. I just hadn't heard from him. But I'm going to send out emails and things like that about that, and then I'll link to the replay of this right here. But anyway, good morning, everybody. So I will try to see what my camera situation is going on. Fix my camera situation by then, and especially if I'm going to be a guest on somebody's live stream. I'm not. He might be pre-recording it. I'm not sure if he does it live or if he pre-records it anyway to put out later. So I don't know. So I will just let you guys know if that happens and whenever it will be available. All right. So welcome to my home. Welcome to the office, and welcome to the morning grind, everybody. I've got Witch's Brew this morning. There is a lot. There is a lot going on. Let's see. So good morning, Mike. Good morning. And Mike says that it's his birthday. So good morning, Mike, and especially happy birthday. So happy birthday to Mike. I think this needs a special sip to Mike. Happy birthday, Mike. Here we go. Happy birthday. Good morning, Sable. Let's see. Hey, good morning, BGD. Good morning. Good morning. And Great Old Ones is here. Good morning, Great Old Ones. Okay, where can we listen to the podcast? Okay, let me see if I can get a link. I mean, so this is the guy who reached out to me. Let's see. Of course, I used to have it. In the inbox. I am not seeing it in my inbox right now, which is strange. I actually like wiped one of the emails he sent me accidentally this morning, and wasn't sure how to get to it. But unfortunately, I remembered what it said enough to. Okay, here it is. So it's called the Order of Chaos right here. Okay, he's got a YouTube channel. So let me just get you the YouTube channel right here. Let's see, go to YouTube. Okay, I found the link. Right here, the Order of Chaos. So we'll see. He hadn't written back about this afternoon, but it just happens that it seems like we're both available then. So right here, so the Order of Chaos. Seems like he has a lot of people who are actually involved in practicing the occult, and I told him, okay, I am not that. But he said, okay, let's get started. But he said he wanted to interview more people outside of just that because they all knew each other already, like all of the YouTubers who are into the occult. So we'll see. So there we go. Hey, let me also put a link to the Discord server. I mean, I could put a link to the Discord server, but I meant the Cultist Kickstarter. The Cultist Kickstarter, and also this is in the link. I noticed that we are over $2,000, and we have over 50 backers now. So we'll see. We have only 1 week to go, so I'm gonna turn up the heat here in the last week. Maybe we can get over 100 backers. I think getting 100 backers, I think, would be a really serious mark for us. So I got a banner up about that right here.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
Nope, not what I was trying to do. Okay, so that's what's going on today. So I'm going to be working today. I did wake up. I was up this morning and I was writing for the first time. I've been writing for about 3 nights straight. Last night I went to bed early and then woke up early and was writing in Rabavania. And so I've been trying to I feel like the entire thing life has been just absolutely just flying by, like trying to get the Cultist done and then this Kickstarter and things, and there's so much to be done. I'm looking forward to a little bit of a slowdown and being able to focus on writing and creativity some more soon. So I was up this morning and was writing and got the first section. Basically, I think the first section was done. I got to revise. I've been revising the Clovis story. We'll talk more about that. I think it was right that it needed revision. I think it'll be better, but there are some things that people were talking about that just were just disrupting the whole feel of the story. And when I've gotten rid of them, it's gone back to being much better. So it can only be what it can be. It has to be what what I'm feeling. So we'll talk more about that later. Let's go and start creating some characters here. I'm going to bring up. I'm not going to try to do this in Brianna's InDesign. I'm going to go ahead and design these in our Scrivener, like we did originally when we created this. And then I'll move it back over to InDesign later. So let's see. Okay, so I do have. So we'll have to go over and take a look at the Cult of the Yellow King, and then also we did Cult of Nodens in the InDesign document because it's ready to go. We designed those in there. But we've got here these list of different things that we had talked about potentially being able to add in. I had forgotten an elder god just hanging out. So we had thought about doing if you wanted to include like the elder god that's if you wanted there to actually be an elder god in the series, like how you could have some kind of secret elder god. I forgot about him. So there are, I thought we said there were 6 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's what I have right here. Alternate Acantha. And this should be narrative role. The caretaker. Narrative role. The caretaker. I remember that's where she was supposed to be. We were going to have an alternate Rob. And that's right. He was supposed to be the Grouch. Let's see. The caretaker, the conflicted, the critic. Okay, so that got renamed, I believe, the critic. Yeah, so the critic right here is you're dedicated to the cult and to your god. Others often don't live up to your high standards, and you don't mind calling them out over it. However, your constant scrutiny of others blinds others to your own perfections. That sounds like Rob. Was that originally Rob was? Oh no, that is Rob as the critic. So the critic was Rob's original role. Well, hang on. What's the other one that Rob is supposed to be? The caretaker, the conflicted, the critic. Okay, that's Rob number 1 right there. The dandy. Okay, now the dandy, that is going to be Evander. Okay, yes, narrative role. This is Rob alternate. What is going on? Okay, Rob alternate. Narrative role. Okay, I'm trying to decide what he is. At least this way we'll know what we got. And of course, this is still cult of Esoteric Order of Dagon. Evander. This is not an alternate. This was just being added in. Narrative role, the dandy. And then cult, this is Warlock of Azathoth. Oh, thank you, Mike. So Mike put the Order of Chaos link in the Discord. So I will let people know when and if that happens, and then when and if that's available. Okay, so what was our other okay, this is Garrett. Is that 2 T's on Garrett? I'm not sure. Okay, Garrett, and this needs to be his so his narrative role. I'm not sure right now. We'll have to pick that up. But then his cult is Cult of Nodens. Oh no, I do have Grouch. Okay, the Grouch is there. Now the Grouch didn't get renamed. The Grouch is right here. Okay, so that is the Rob. I guess I just didn't see it as I was going through here. So the Grouch. This is our alternate Rob. You're always in a grumpy mood and find little joy in life. Nothing is ever quite to your liking. Despite this attitude, you do possess a handful of redeeming traits that prevent the other cultists from making you the next sacrifice to the great old ones. However, you only deploy these qualities to manipulate others. So the Grouch, okay, is there. So yeah, the Critic and the Grouch. Okay. That's what Rob is. Okay. Just try and get ourselves organized. Then we'll go one by one. Okay. So this is Rob. Whoop. Rob alternate. Narrative role. Okay. So it is the Grouch. This is going to be Garrett. Bloop is our deep one. And I don't believe that we had the LARPer. So I think we should use the LARPer for Bloop. Oh, yeah, we didn't breathe and sip. Well, I've had quite a bit of practice. We did not breathe and sip. We got started without even breathing and sipping. We toasted to birthdays and things like that, but let's go ahead and breathe and sip. So, yeah, I do have the Witch's Brew mug this morning. So we'll go Witch's Brew. Ice water this morning. Been trying to hydrate in the mornings with water. I don't drink a lot of coffee in the summertime. Although, you know, it has been, we had a record low here in Alabama in August. Ordinarily, this is brutal, but we had a high of like 77 2 days ago. I need to cut my grass while we're still doing that. So it is a little bit cooler right here, but still it's the summer, so I don't drink a lot of coffee. So we're going ice water. So let's breathe and sip. Let's take 2 deep breaths and then 2 deep breaths, complete exhales, and then take a sip of our favorite beverage. Let's go. And sip. Here we go. Okay. Very good this morning. So I don't think we had a LARPer. I believe we have all of them. We should. Caretaker, yeah, we were just talking about, we're about to make an alternate Acantha with that. The Conflicted, that's Dave. The Critic, that's Rob. The Dandy, we're putting that one in for Evander. The Elder Goth, that's Carrie. The Fanatic, that is Mike. The Grouch, that's our alternate Rob. The Lackey, that is Carrie. And Bloop could be the Lackey. I think originally I thought of him as the Lackey, but I think the only one we don't have is the LARPer. So let's use that for him. The Maverick, that is Shay. The Metachronism, that one is Acantha. The Novitiate, that's Ben. And the Provocateur. Oh, who is the Provocateur? I am not sure. Let's look. So Acantha, Metachronism, these are the ones that were already made and then put over for formatting. Novitiate, Lackey, Conflicted, Fanatic, the Critic. Yeah, Shay is Maverick. Sherry is Elder Goth. Oh, so maybe we don't have Provocateur. So Provocateur says, your satisfaction comes from teasing others and manipulating them to do your bidding. Your behavior can be mildly unsetting or greatly disruptive, and forming close relationships is often challenging from you. You know, that sounds like that could be an alternative. That sounds like it could be an alternative Shay. We've got tons of characters, but I would like to be able to cover all of our different narrative roles. So that one sounds like if I were going to do the Shay. On the other hand, we haven't done Steve yet. So could Steve be one of those? Like I ever thought that Steve could be a fanatic because he did, leave his family to go live in the middle of the, live homeless in the park in order to worship Nyarlathotep. But on the other hand, um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that fits exactly Steve. What does it say? Do the powers seem to fit an alternate Shay? Roll a trouble check to be honest with someone, resist manipulating someone who would be easy to manipulate, hand over your power, or just let it go. Attempt to gain sway by, and of course, we could adjust them a little bit, boring someone into doing something, inciting negative emotion in someone, controlling the room by constantly talking, ignoring someone to force your point. That could make an alternate Shay. I'm going to put that down here as just an idea. Okay. Acantha, Caretaker, Rob, Grouch, Evander, the Dandy, Warlock of Azathoth. Garrett, now we don't know what Garrett is. Now, Garrett could be that. Yeah, since we know so little about Garrett, let's make Garrett, that solves that problem. That way we don't have to do an alternative Shay. Okay, I'm going to delete that. And we will just make Garrett's personality the provocateur. That works. Bloop then becomes the LARPer. Steve will make him another fanatic. Okay. All right. So that's what we got to do. That seems to be where we're going here. And then also this is cult. Okay. So let's go grab let's go start at the top. We'll start with just Acantha and then see what we need to change. So Acantha right here. Do we need to change the explanation of what she is? Acantha. Acantha is a beautiful young witch with a sweet demeanor and a quirky charm. Her knowledge of the occult is extensive, and she's always willing to lend a helping hand to those who are down on their luck, especially if their hearts are in the right place. Maybe she'll invite you over to her cottage for some muffins. That also seems to work. Okay, so Cult of Azathoth, we've got her powers right here. Narrative role, this time we are moving over to the Caretaker. Now, roll a trouble check 2. Oh, right here. And then also sway skills. This may be pretty easy. So, troubles, sway skills, asides, these come out. Troubles. I think I doubled up on all that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so is that right now? Cult of Azathoth, sudden appearance. Yeah, that's all doubled up on too. Cult of Azathoth, sudden appearance, craft magical item, hexes and curses, narrative roll the Caretaker, trouble D6 2, roll a trouble check 2, effectively use. No, what is going on? I thought I. Well, I hope I screw that up. Caretaker. So the caretakers, okay, are right here. Choose 3. Okay, prioritize self-care. Address a personal challenge, assert yourself, and we just have to choose 3, right? So this is what we've got here. So prioritize self-care, address a personal challenge, assert yourself in interpersonal conflict, confront or discipline someone, or we could come up with our own. Assert yourself in an interpersonal conflict. That one sounds pretty good. Confront or discipline someone. That sounds pretty good. Do we think that this is prioritize self-care? Oh, hey, Brent. Good morning. Good morning. Prioritize self-care, address a personal challenge. I mean, she's always put together. I would say, well, maybe not prioritize self-care because she always is well put together. Address a personal challenge. Maybe. I mean, I could see that one, but also like she does take care of herself. So she knows she's one of the two who does, know what's going on and actually manage to be able to take care of themselves. So is there something else that would make more sense for Acantha as the caretaker? Like we could add in as a blank. What does Acantha have trouble doing? Well, it could be like roll a trouble check. Come to think of it, when she's talking to Ben, roll a trouble check to basically stop people or not get involved with someone you could try to help. Oh, I like that. I like that. Roll it to not get involved in a situation where you think you could help. Oh, he needs help. I can help him. So even if it's better to just stay away, because sometimes it might have been because the witches do kind of lie to Ben, and every time Acantha is like caught in a lie, she decides to lie again and create a new lie. So that one works. Like so, so roll a trouble check to not get involved in a situation where you think you could help. Okay, so we don't need choose 3 anymore because this is the character sheet and there are just 3. Sway skills, choose 3. So attempt to gain sway. This is what she's good at. Assisting someone by resolving their dilemma. That makes sense. Demonstrating your worth to another. These are the things that get you in trouble. These are things that give you the leg up over the other cultists. Demonstrating your worth to another, complimenting someone with specificity, mentoring someone in a new skill. I think mentoring someone in a new skill, that works very well. Obviously, I think assisting someone by resolving their dilemma is a good one. Demonstrating your worth to another. Complimenting someone with specificity. Let's make that cheering. By complimenting them. There we go. So it's not just any time. You gotta bring somebody, cheer somebody up. Somebody's gonna be down their luck, kind of like she does with Steve, right? So she comes down to Steve under the bridge, and kind of cheers him up a little bit. So I like that. Cheering up. So let's get rid of demonstrating your worth to another. Assisting someone by resolving their dilemma, cheering up a cultist by complimenting them with specificity, and mentoring someone in a new skill. Choose 3. That's already been done. So there we go. Asides, that's the same for everybody. And then courage and sway. All right, I like that. So that will be ready to go to layout. I wish I'd been able to find Brianna's character sheet, but it's someplace. It's someplace. Let's go do an alternate Rob. So Rob is going to be the Grouch this time. So let's grab the Grouch character sheet. I guess this is how I should be doing it. Grouch character sheet. Troubles. Sway skills. And let's see. So this is Rob, and he's going to be alternate Rob. Narrative role this time, the Grouch. So Rob has been a cultist ever since he was able to first speak the oath. Ever since he was able to speak the first oath of Dagon to the darkness beyond his crib. Now he's the high priest of the esoteric order of Dagon. What he lacks in self-awareness, he makes up with his extreme dedication to the elder gods. His goal in life is to transform into a deep one and live forever with his grandmother under the sea. So, Fortune of Fishes, second oath, mesmeric presence. But this time he's going to be the Grouch. So, what is he going to be trouble at? And a lot of these seem to make sense. Okay, give in on something, be friendly and inviting, apologize and mean it. Show genuine affection to another. Now, he does show genuine affection to Ben, but that is elsewhere. Hey, Wild Barley. I know. Actually, Wild Barley says, "Man of the dark camera." Like we were just talking about, I'm having to broadcast from this potato because my other cameras aren't working. But yes, I actually did think about that exact same thing. That when I turned it on and it looked like this, I was like, "Man, I look evil." So yes, I am It's definitely looking like Mirror Universe Heath, especially with the potato camera going on here. Let's see. So but in this context, like he does show genuine affection to Ben, or at least he's very excited that Ben is there. You know, when Ben first shows up, oh, I'm so happy to have someone to, because he was actually rather grumpy in that episode until Ben shows up. When Ben shows up, he cheers up, and because he has someone to take under his fin. So, you know, but while you're playing the narrative role of the Grouch, show genuine affection to another seems to make sense. Then if you change narrative roles, then because something happens, then you could drop that. Rob is not going to give in. He is often not friendly and inviting. Apologize and mean it. I don't know. I could go either one of these. Does anybody have a strong one? Let's see. Mike says the first three seem to make the most sense for him. Okay, so drop genuine affection. Let's do it. I like that. I mean, I could go either way, I think, but I think that's a good one. So, sway skills. So, how would he gain sway? Staring silently to win. That one's fun. Complaining until you get your way. Yes. Finally showing your good side to manipulate others. Getting someone else angry and bonding with them over it. Well, I think that let's drop this one. So, attempt to gain sway by staring silently to win, complaining until you get your way, getting someone else angry and bonding with them over it. I like that. Got the asides and the courage, but those will go on the character sheet. Let's go to Evander. Okay, we're going to be using and we need to write something up about Evander here too. This is our character sheet, character information for Evander. And let's just go over here and grab, this is Cult of Azathoth and narrative role Dandy. What are we going to write about this? Evander is a dedicated and capable warlock of Azathoth. But foppish and often wearing, but foppish and given to wearing 18th century styles. I need some more of that. I need some more on him. But that was what he was supposed to be. We're going to have him dressed kind of historically like Acantha was. I need some more. I'll come up with some more. Yeah, impeccably dressed. Yeah, foppish and yes, that's a good, and impeccably dressed. For the 18th century. I like that, Mike. So roll a trouble check to show humility. That works. Empathize with others. Do anything low key or be helpful without an award. Without a reward, rather. I think it should be these three. Show humility. Roll a trouble check to show humility, empathize with others, and do anything low key. Attempt to gain sway by impressing others with your style and panache, wooing someone, improving someone by being their wingman, or control the room non-verbally. Well, I think let's go with these top three. Impressing others with your style and panache, wooing someone, improving someone by being their wingman, or style coach. That one would be really fun, I think. Like, what if he got a hold of Ben or Rob? That would be fun. Okay. Well, I'll have to think of some Evander stuff. All right, that's three. Let's go. We still have some time here. So let's go to Garrett. Okay, Garrett is going to be the provocateur. We're going to have to come up with his personality here. We do want to say, okay, Garrett sees himself as a great hunter and is almost in the backyard. He's never without his Nerf bow and arrow. We'll start with that. Okay. Let's see. Cult of Nodens. Oh, we got to go over to the other document. So we said for Nodens, Traveler of the Dreamlands. That's through ritual connection with Nodens, you believe you can slip into the Dreamlands in your sleep. There, deep truths are revealed to you that could aid you in your current struggles. Combat gymnastics. When tracking and hunting dangerous beasts and from other dimensions, you often draw upon your extensive knowledge of parkour, or at least you saw that on the internet once. Miraculously, it just might get you out of a jam sometime. An expert tracker. You are practiced in tracking game across the backyard, so nothing, it seems, escapes your attention. If it goes on 2 legs or on 4s, you can at least try to track it. I always like that one. Okay, so what are we doing here? Cult of Nodens. First power is Traveler of the Dreamlands. Combat acrobatics. And then expert tracker. We'll have to get a handle on him with some more of the description up here that is in the role of the provocateur. Okay, this is right. Okay. Garrett, the provocateur. So which one's the most fun, since we know the least about him? Roll a trouble check 2. In the wilds of his backyard. That could be good. Yeah. Wait, what did I Mike M, context, not contacts? Oh, I'm not sure. So okay, so roll a trouble check 2. Which one's the most fun? Be honest with someone, resist manipulating someone who would be easy to manipulate, hand over your power, or just let it go. Just let it go seems like it would come in a lot. Okay, just let it go. Hand over your power, or let's leave off be honest with someone. Resist manipulating someone who would be easy to manipulate, hand over your power, or just let it go. Yeah, in the content. Oh, okay. I think I read it right. Now, that makes me want to film that. Like that would be one of the, that one would have been hilarious to put on screen. Somebody, just absolutely, just the most awkward kind of like flips or rolls or something. Sway skills. Choose 3. Attempt to gain sway by boring someone into doing something, inciting negative motion in someone, controlling the room by constantly talking, or ignoring someone to force your point. Well, let's take off boring someone into doing something. So attempt to gain sway by inciting negative emotion in someone, controlling the room by constantly talking, or ignoring someone to force your point. Maybe that kind of works with like the haughty Nodens type characters. Let's keep going. Bloop. Bloop, I have a little bit of handle on because I've written Bloop's character in at least the 3rd season draft. Okay, so this time we're going to say, we have to choose a cult form. So obviously it's going to be Dagon. narrative role the LARPer. And now let's come up here and get the LARPer's stuff. Attempt to gain sway by roll trouble check 2. Bloop. Okay. Bloop is self-referential. You are Bloop. Well, let's see. Let's look at his powers first. Okay, so if he's a LARPer, well, okay. So the idea is let's put at least a sentence up here so we know. Let's not give him a name because I don't think he ever had a name. I mean, like a name other than Bloop. You were recruited by the band Big Daddy Dagon and the Deep Ones. Which, speaking of which, I put that as the name of the band when I uploaded the stuff to the distributor to go to Spotify. But that's still, I was looking at last night, and it still says that's under review. So maybe there's something else I got to do, or I don't understand. What the music, it would be great to be able to put that on Spotify, but Lander just says still under review, and I was trying to see if there's something else I had to do or something, but maybe I need to send them an email or something because they asked me to revise something. I revised it, sent it back, but man, it has taken a long time. So maybe I should need to put on the list to write them a message or something and just see what's going on. To be a backup dancer. To be a Deep One backup dancer. And you've totally gotten into it. Hanging out with the cult in a Deep One costume is seriously cool. And some may even believe you were sent by Father Dagon to help them in their quests. Just don't let them see you without your mask on. No, Bloop is, yeah, I know. Bloop I'd really like to put on camera as well. That would be fun. So now you're LARPing. Roll a trouble check to demonstrate true occult knowledge. Makes sense. Break character even when necessary. Makes sense. Recognize the true opinions of others or actual danger. Operate independently or act decisively when alone. The operate independently or act decisively when alone, that one kind of goes along with Bloop's role. A potential alternate role is the lackey. So let's give him that one. Roll a trouble check to demonstrate true occult knowledge, break character, operate independently, or act decisively when alone. This is a fun character. Okay, attempt to gain sway by resolving a conflict with rock, paper, scissors. And that'd be funny. A guy dressed up as a Deep One doing rock, paper, scissors. Accomplishing a task heavily dependent on luck. Fast talk the uninitiated into doing something you want. That doesn't sound like him. Undertake a task other cultists think is difficult or dangerous. Let's get rid of that right there. I don't think he does fast talking. So there you go. Resolve a conflict with rock, paper, scissors, accomplishing a task heavily dependent on luck. Undertake a task other cultists think is difficult and dangerous. I think that works. Up on to Steve. And this is the first one who is of Nyarlathotep. So Steve the powers that we said for the cult of Nyarlathotep were Master of Disguise, adopt the disguise to go unnoticed, blending into different environments and situations. I don't think Steve used that one, but that one is maybe he just didn't pick that one, so that's fine. The other one is propagandist of the elder gods, spread rumors and manipulate public opinion, influencing a large group of people to believe or act in certain ways. That one I think could have been Steve like if we had had a larger budget and we're actually showing other people in the park. There's several times we were trying to write things that were going to involve more people, like in the cult or in the park or something like that. So I could see like Steve like talking to a group of people up on a stump in the park, trying to sway them for in favor of Nyarlathotep. I can see that. And then also historical knowledge, access ancient and obscure knowledge to solve puzzles, interpret prophecies, or impress others. Steve does have a lot of ritual gear under that bridge. Maybe that doesn't exactly, like, Steve didn't really demonstrate very many powers because he was, such a, by design, such a pathetic kind of character. But if you were playing him more heroically, I think that those work. Narrative role, the fanatic. So does this work? So this kind of copies Mike. So let's make sure that he has different things than Mike. Mike says Steve was holding back so as not to show up the main characters in the show. Right. Yeah. And this, he would be one of the main characters. Right. Trouble checks. Roll a trouble check too. Now, what did Mike have? Let me see if I can pull up Mike over here on the other side of the screen. Mike has of course, Mike is Yogg-Sothoth, but Mike has focus on a mundane task, resist going on an occult quest when called, have a serious non-occult conversation, doubt your abilities or beliefs. Well, I would say focus on a mundane task works. Resist going on an occult quest when called. That also works for Steve because he did like go out into the park. Let's remove doubt your abilities and beliefs, and let's have a serious non-occult conversation. Sway skills. Let's inspiring. Which one does Mike not have? Coming through at the right moment for the cultists. Okay, let's leave that one. Effortlessly leading. Okay, the Elder God apologetics, I don't think needs to show up more than once. And that does seem like more of a Mike thing, since Mike is more for cerebral. But leading ritual actions, Steve did a lot of ritual actions. That adds coming through at the right moment for the cultists, and then inspiring other cultists with a dramatic speech of the elder gods. That kind of goes along with the propagandist of the elder gods. So that kind of works. What do we need to say about Steve here? Although he was always attracted, or Steve uh, I, his wife gave him an ultimatum. It was either her or the cult. Steve chose the cult. Now kicked out of his house. And homeless in the park. Steve praised Nyarlathotep. For salvation. Oh, this is good. Mike says, homeless and hungry, he never lets that dull his intricate and devious plans. Let's add something like that. I'll come and clean these up later. But now, so we could say also something like now, homeless and hungry. Now, though homeless and hungry, he never lets that or shake his faith. Shake his faith in Nyarlathotep, or yeah, just shake his faith in Nyarlathotep. So I'll clean up those. I still, I gotta write more for Evander and things like that. I'll have to think about it when not on stream. Okay, so that basically, other than some of the flavor text that's going to go up there, I think these are ready to go over to that layout as soon as I find them. So we got the alternate Acantha. That was a lot of work that was today. We got the alternate Acantha. We got the alternate Rob. We've got Evander here. We've got Garrett. We've got Bloop, who might be my favorite now. Steve. We did not do the Elder God just hanging out. So maybe that's something to work on. We perceive that as a narrative role. I don't think that's actually a narrative role. I think that needs to be like a special NPC that we just design however we feel needs to be designed, if we choose to do it. And then we'll put like an asterisk in here that this is an optional one for a comedic element if you're going in that direction with your game. All right. So, okay, so I will message everybody. I've got things to do here and work to do. And I'm going to see if I can get a camera operating in here that actually is worth anything. And maybe I'll be streaming or this afternoon, or maybe I'll just be recording. But at any rate, 7 o'clock tonight on the Cultist channel and also on Table Talk, we'll do it as a Table Talk. We will go over the Cultists from a storytelling perspective. So everybody go forth, be creative, and be constructive. I will see you later.